We're live. OMG, guys. OM to the G to the GG to the GG. Listen, I'm sitting here revving up for Metaphysical Orgasm Boot Camp, November 17th. 75 wonderful women all standing in line for healing, for change. And in the press of my preparation, I had, hey Shamika, I had the Red Table Talk on last night. And I'm trying to turn this off, but some of my function keys ain't working for some reason. But anyway, hey everybody, hey, just me, and I wanted to talk about unconditional love. So, because I was watching Red Table Talks with Will Smith and his wife Jada Pinkett Smith, and just watching the episode gave me such pause, gave me such hope, because I myself just had a blow up with my husband this morning, and we really went at it to the point where we were talking about, is this thing gonna continue? And it's like, that's not even an option on the table. That's not even an option on the table. That's not even an option on the table. And how many times have we been in relationships where that is the only and the first option on the table is to walk away, is to quit, is to give up, is to turn in your keys. You know what I mean? So to know that I'm not crazy in my willingness to be in a relationship with someone who I allow them to be who they are. I try not to make demands, and I'm working on myself, and it's constant. It's not, they've been married 21 years, and I've been married a few months. So, but I've worked on myself in the past and created this self for myself, but then to have to integrate this new human being who I'm still learning how to be into someone else who's still learning how to be them, you find that, hey Queena, you find that it's a struggle to marry those two personalities. It's a struggle to really figure each other out. And if you say something, how it offends me, and when you don't do this and this doesn't that, and I'm learning so much about love, and the quote that I took away from the Red Table Talk was, you gotta love each other through it. When you're beating each other up, you punching each other in the gut and the face, and you beating each other over the head, and you busting your heart open, you do the fight, you have the fight, but you love each other no matter what, though. No matter how dangerous you get, how many times you gotta walk away from the table and say, look, I'm so close to punching you in your goddamn face. If you don't get away from me, I hate you. But you come back together and you say, in love, I love you no matter what. This is who this is. This is who we are. And I love you. And I think sometimes over the years, we have, I've been in relationships where men has told me, oh, Nikema, I love you. I love you. And I'm just now realizing, because I'm actually getting the thing, I'm actually getting the love, that there was really a space where these men weren't really loving me. They were lusting for me. And when I didn't perform or didn't do or didn't say something that was, appeasing to them, there was, emotional abuse, mental abuse. I'm going to leave you and I'm never going to see you again. And they wouldn't pick up the phone, or they wouldn't answer the call, or they wouldn't, show up for me when I needed them. So there's a space when you find someone that you have decided for you. Because first of all, the wonderful thing about this table talk is that Jada had to make an understanding that she had to come to the table already happy. Like, she couldn't depend on Will to make her happy. And so many of us get in relationships depending on someone else to make us happy. Like, you're supposed to make me happy. You have to make me happy. Hey, Tara. Tamara, how you doing, sweetie? I can't wait to see you November 17th, girl. We're gonna have some fun. I'm so hyped. But back to the conversation about being happy. Like, you've got to be happy first. You got to be happy for you. You've got to be happy with you. You've got to love you. And sometimes we go into relationships expecting somebody to love us. I need you to love me, love me, love me. But you don't love you. You don't show up for you. You're not there for you. You quit on you all the time. When are you going to start to love yourself? When are you going to make you happy? That's when the person that the soulmate person that you're searching for, the twin flame, shows up for you. When you decide that you no longer are going to wait for someone outside of yourself to make you happy. When you're able to do that and you find that happiness is within you, and then you can love unconditionally because you're not depending on that person, and that person's not depending on you to get happiness and to find happiness and to be happy. It's so truly awesome to be able to be and function in a space where you can just be you. You don't have to put on a mask. You don't have to have a representative. You don't have to fake the funk. You ain't gotta lie, cheat, steal, manipulate. You can just be who you are, and that person respects you. And I think more is the word I'm looking for is they receive you. They just accept you. And because you accept yourself, you accept your flaws, and you say, you know what? This is who I used to be, but I'm going to do everything that's in my power to change into being the person that I want to be for myself. I want to be a loyal wife. I want to be an amazing mother. I want to be a great businesswoman. I want to be an inspiration to other people to find intimacy and sexuality. Like, I know that sounds weird and it doesn't seem like a lot of people would sign up to be that thing, but I know that my sexual traumas and the healing that I have had throughout my life creates this space where I know that there are other women in this world who are broken and who are just devastated and don't understand the power of love. And there's a show that I watch called Victoria on PBS. It's about the rule of Queen Victoria in England, right? And it talks about her earlier years. But one of the parts in the show was one of the handmaids, one of the girls that dressed her every day. The cook fell in love with her. She used to be a prostitute, and she somehow, whatever she did, she became the queen's dresser, which was like impossible for her. But he recognized her and he still loved her. He still wanted to be with her. He wanted to marry her. But she was so broken. She was so broken that when he actually proposed to her, leave this world and come with me, she said no, because she was in fear that he would leave her. And what really pushed her over the edge was, guess what? Drum roll, please. What it was her friend. She went to her friend as a confidant, and her friend said, oh, he's just going to leave you with a bun in the oven. As soon as he gets something else, he's going to leave. As soon as he does this, he's going to leave. As soon as you're never going to get somebody. And she believed it. Even in her heart, she knew it was right. She felt the love. She knew she would be safe. She knew she would be protected. But she let her friend talk her out of that. And it was too late, because when she finally decided to go after her heart, the man had left. Then she had to go eat crow and invite him back to the palace, because the queen obviously didn't like the new cook's food, right? So she was like, I came back for you. I came back when you left, but it was too late. And you know what he said to her? He said, yeah, it was too late. Some of us women, and I'm talking specifically to women, right? And I have a space for men, but I'm talking specifically to women. Is that sometimes the man comes along, the love of your life, the person that's supposed to be with you through thick and thin. But because your heart is so crusted over with pain and scars and bruises and cuts, that it's so hardened that we are so sheltered and defensive that we can't see. And I'm not saying that we have to be open to everyone, but what I'm saying is that when you are not loving yourself, when you are not healed, you continue to be a detriment to your own self. And then what I'm encouraging everyone, in just the one, go watch the Red Talk Table. I'm encouraging everyone to go watch it. It is an amazing move of truth and understanding. It's a level of truth. Queen, I'm about to read your comment. She says, read the Red Talk Table. Let me say, focus on my thought. It's an amazing two parts, and part 2 is where all the nuggets are dropped too. Part 2 is where it's all at. But Queen has said, that's so true, because for 8 years I would not be with Stu. I could not love myself. I could not believe that someone could love me in that way my husband now does. Right? We can't believe it. Like when he shows up, or he's too corny, or he's too fat, or he's too ugly, or he's too whatever. And it's like, no, this man loves you. He sees the potential in you. He sees the hurt little girl in you. He sees that, and he doesn't want to be your daddy. He just wants to be loved, because he's a little boy who just wants to be loved. And it's the two of you to get past the hurt and the pain. Y'all can really join and love each other. And it took me about 2 months of my husband just loving on me, just spooning it out before I had to step back and say, you are incredible. Okay, God, is this the fruit of my labor? Is this the seed that I planted years and years and years ago? Is this the ground that I watered with my tears at night, saying, God, why doesn't anybody want me? Why doesn't anybody love me? Why do people only want me for sex? Well, I'm better than this. I'm bigger than that. And he came along and he showed me, and he was committed to showing me each and every day. Had I been still that broken 11-year-old suffering from abandonment and rejection, I would have walked away from this man. I would have walked away from myself, because I didn't think I deserved to be loved the way that he was loving me. I didn't think it was too much. It was too much, right? I can't handle it. It's too much. When's the other shoe gonna drop? When is the real you gonna show up? Because it's too good to be true. We say these things to ourselves just as a defense mechanism. We say these things just so that we can feel comfortable in the neglect. So when we find someone that gives us less than we know we deserve, we say, I'm all right with that. It's good enough. At least they not cheating on me. At least they showing up at night. At least they do. And we say that at least. It's okay if they do. It's okay if they do. And it's like, when we decide to be healed. Now, it is a decision. And I've been doing this now for 10 years. And I tell people that this is a simple step to start. And people are like, no, it's not that easy. It's hard. It's hard to get loved. It's hard to be loved. And it's like, nah, it's a decision. You have to make the decision. You have to say, just like you decided to get up this morning. Well, we didn't decide to get up this morning. God allowed us to get up, but I'm saying you decided to get out of bed. You decided to put on the clothes that you put on, and you might only have 4 or 5 outfits. But you decided to put this one on. You decided to wear the same clothes again. You decided to brush your teeth, or you decided not to brush your teeth. Every single day we make a slew of decisions. We do, and you have to decide if you're going to be loved. You're going to decide if you're going to reject love. You're going to decide if you're going to allow love into your life. You're going to decide if you're going to love yourself. I love myself enough that I won't put myself in harm's way, i.e., I won't enter into a relationship with somebody that I know is with somebody else. I won't enter into a relationship. Let me say that again. I felt like I need to park the car there for a second. I know I will not get into a relationship with someone who is with someone else. I love myself enough not to be a side chick. I love myself enough not to be lied to, or not to tell a lie. If I'm not happy, or if I'm not receiving what I think is I should, then I'm not going to do that. If I want more, I'm going to speak up for myself. If I don't feel safe, I'm going to say something. I'm not going to have sex with somebody that I don't like and I don't trust. Like simple things like that, to say I'm not, just because he bought dinner doesn't mean I have to have sex with you. Just because you spent $200, $300 on dinner and some movie tickets or theater tickets doesn't mean that I'm obligated to have sex with you. And sometimes, and I know for me, and I'm just only speaking for me, I've done that. I've said, well, he spent all this money on me. I'm not really feeling him, but, I'm here. Or I've talked up this good game, and then finally it's happening. So even though I don't want to do it, I'm still here. And we make those concessions. You don't have to make those concessions if you love yourself. If you love yourself, you're going to brush your teeth. If you love yourself, you're going to comb your hair. If you love yourself, you are going to change your underwear. If you can't, if you are in a financial situation where you don't have toothpaste, you don't have underwear to change, you don't have new socks to put on, guess what? In the flight of yourself and your self-survival, guess what you'll do? You'll do what I did. You go to the McDonald's, and when you're homeless and you're sleeping in your car, you will go to McDonald's and wash up. You'll wash your underwear out in the sink in the McDonald's and hang them out. You go one day commando, the one day you put on your dry underwear. You will find someone who is giving away. You'll go and sit in the line for the homeless shelter. You'll get past the fact of your pride. You will get past the fact that you don't want to stand in the line and get a box of food. It will happen for you. When you love yourself, you will strive for change. You will want something so bad that you will show up for yourself. And then when you don't show up for yourself, I had a young lady that I was speaking to on Saturday night, and she was like, I've been out of work for 3 weeks, and what I really want to do is I want to get a new job and I want to get a mortgage. And as my response was, well, what are you doing? What's your day like? Are you waking up every morning, filling out applications? That's what you need to do. And you need to go ahead and start working on your credit. She's like, I'm working on my credit and I'm filling out applications every day. I said, well, you good. But what I hear you saying in our conversation, she had a passion for writing. I said, but you never mentioned that in what I asked you to send me. Because sometimes we talk ourselves out of our own dreams. And I know I've taken this thing from, far, but I just wanted to express that unconditional love. When you love yourself, you will show up for yourself. If your ultimate dream is to be a writer, you can have a 9-to-5. I'm not saying quit your job. I'm saying live your passion. I'm saying go to your 9-to-5 and then from 8 to 10 or 8 to 12, work your side hustle. If you want to write every day, but send in and submit your articles to the newspaper. Do that every day. Show up for yourself. Like, you have the power. And it took me a long time, and I've been busting my hump for 10 years, climbing out of holes of my own doing, trying to figure out how can I be a woman, a black woman, a woman of color, talking to people about sex and sexuality and orgasms and intimacy and all of these things, and yet live in the Bible Belt. That was a crusher for me. Like, you live in the Bible Belt, you're not supposed to be doing this, and people don't want to talk about it. It's like, this is my destiny. It is my dream to be able to stand flat-footed on a stage with 25,000 people, telling them that you have the power to love yourself. You have the power to manifest intimacy relationships with beyond your wildest dreams. Like, you have that power. Like, you can do that. It's nothing stopping you from having the ultimate. Like, sex is just a physical manifestation of what's going on inside of you. And once you figure out what's going on inside, you can heal that hurt. And once you heal that hurt, and how do we heal that hurt? We heal that hurt through love. We heal that hurt through love. But not love from somebody else, love from ourselves. And that's what I learned from that Red Table Talk with Will and Jada Smith. Go watch it. I encourage everybody I want to thank everybody for stopping by and stopping your day and just breezing through here. Share this. Absolutely. I feel like it should be shared as well. Share it because it's just how I feel. But it's really when you realize that you have the power to love you and you stop looking for love outside of that space, you'll realize how much love you have in the world. You will realize how much love there is. You're not without it. You're not lacking it because it starts with here. It starts within. And the moment, the absolute moment that light bulb goes aha for you, your world will change. Your perspective changes. Everything changes. The moment you start to love yourself, the moment you begin to show up for you, it just changes. It just changes. And I'm not speaking this into no airy-fairy, kumbaya, let's get crystals and do a new moon ritual. I'm not saying that. I'm saying tangible evidence. When you decide, when you make a decision, I am going to love me from this day forward. I am going to show up for myself from this day forward. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. No, that's it. I'm done. I'm done with the foolishness. I'm deciding I'm going to love me today. I'm going to love me every day. It will blow your mind. Hit me back in 4 days. And you'll be like, oh my God, they came on. There's so much going on. I'll be like, I told you, once you make the decision to love you, man, changes the whole world. Your whole world changes, guys. Your whole world changes. I love you too, guys. Oh, man, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Queena. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. And it feels so good to be loved. Let me tell you, it's a great feeling to go to bed at night knowing that somebody loves you. It is the most amazing feeling in the world. I had to ask myself and ask my husband this morning, like, is there a space where you will leave me? And he was like, no. But then I had to ask myself, is there a space in this world where I would leave myself? Where I would quit on myself? Because I was there. I quit on myself. December 19, 2009, I quit. I gave up. I said no more. I don't do this. Excuse my language. I don't do this shit. Fuck this shit. I ain't doing this no more. All this struggle, all this back and forth, all this homelessness, all this brokenness. I'm not doing this no more. Nope. I quit. I quit. I quit. I quit. I quit. I don't want to do it. I decided I quit. You have to decide not to quit on yourself. And it took me a year. It took me a year from one December to the next December. It took me a year just to recover, not to heal. Oh, no. I don't want nobody to get it twisted that it was this magical reality, right? Even in making the decision to love yourself, there's work to be done. There's work to be done. It takes a conscious effort every single day to remind myself that I am of value, that I am important. Not just important for myself, but I'm important for the world out there. There's people out there that need me, that need my voice. But not only that, outside of people that I can't touch, there are small little babies that need me, that I touch each and every day, that need me to show up for them. But I need me. I need to be there for my kids. And I know some of us as parents, we think, oh, we got to do so much for our kids. But if you don't take care of you, if you get down sick, like how many times, moms, have you gotten sick and the whole house is just gone to tatters? Nobody wants to cook. Can't nobody wash no dishes. All of a sudden the wash machine is broken and nobody know how to fix it. You like, all I just need is 5 hours of sleep. If I could get a whole 5 hours of sleep and some cough medicine, please, Lord, let me heal so that I can absolutely get to this thing done. But sometimes as a mom, we don't feel like we have to give so much to our children. But the truth is that moms, you've got to love you first. Take care of you. Take care of your health. Take care of your diet. Take care of your body, your mind. Before you can show up for your kids, you've got to show up for yourself. And when you learn how to show up for yourself, it is the most amazing thing I could possibly give you today is show up for yourself. Yes. And the healing process, it's continuous. It's continuous. And this marriage that I'm in, I'm peeling back some of the scars and the bandages and the bleeding and the small little traumas that I've been dealt with through my life. But it's a conscious decision to heal. It's a conscious decision to put the ointment on. It's a conscious decision to go through that little bit of pain because you understand the healing process. And when you can do that, it changes your life. It changes everything about it. God says that it says, yea, though I walk through the valley. And sometimes we don't want to walk through the valley. We feel like we need to go from mountaintop to mountaintop. And sometimes we got to go through the valley. Yea, though I walk through the valley, through the shadow of the death, I shall feel no evil. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Like at the end of the day, you'll be comforted in the darkness. You'll be comforted in the process. It's a process. It's a process. It's a process. It's a process. Even me getting to the space of metaphysical orgasmic experiences, like it was a process for me to even lay down with somebody that I did not feel guilty about. I didn't feel guilty about having sex with them. You know what I mean? Like it took me a minute to just be in a space where I could be present, right? And I wasn't thinking about someone else being in the bed with me. I wasn't thinking about what I needed to do that day, what I had already done for the day. It was a process to be present, to simply be focused on the person that I was with, because that's who I wanted to be with. I'm telling you. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing, guys. But listen, I don't want to belabor the point. I want to tell each and every one of you, thank you so much for your time, for watching this. If you're watching it in the replay, yeah, you get it too, Queen. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud that you're still healing and you're still striving and learning. And that's what marriage is all about. It's about connection, and it's about being in the process. It's about doing the work, and as long as you continue to do the work, you will definitely be rewarded for it. So if nothing else, catch me November 17th in Charlotte. I will drop a link for anybody who has the link. If you would drop the link in there, it definitely go to NikimaLee.com. If nothing else, I don't know what I got in my, but November 17th, the Metaphysical Orgasm Experience Boot Camp. I'm going to be sharing a lot of these different nuggets, but also sharing how to achieve that, how to get free, how to get your energy right, how to get grounded, get focused, get true. I love you too, sweetie. Love you, love you, love you. And I look forward to seeing everyone. If you haven't gotten your tickets yet, get your tickets. You want to be in the building. I've only got 75 seats, and they're filling up fast. So you want to be in the building for this life-changing experience. I kid you not. I kid you not. I'll go call me, girl. Number's still the same. If not, I'll inbox you my new number if you don't have it. All right. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. And share it. Share it. Share it. Share it. I think that there's some good information in this little live that is definitely for someone. For someone. Absolutely. So share this. Let me know you shared it. I love you all. I'll talk to you soon. Peace. See you November 17th.